Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss basics of sample and sampling process. Sampling plays a vital role in carrying out any marketing research study, and there would be hardly any marketing research study which does not involve the use of sampling. That's why sampling is the backbone of marketing. First of all, we will discuss what is universe or population. In statistics and research, universe or population means an aggregate of objects, and these objects can be human, factories, students, schools, hospitals, and countries, etc., about which we can obtain information. A universe or population means the entire field under investigation about which the knowledge is sought. In statistics, it is denoted by capital N. For example, if we want to collect information about the average monthly expenditure of all the 2000 students of a college, then the entire aggregate of 2000 students will be termed as universe or population. यूनिवर्स और पॉपुलेशन वह सभी ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं जिसके बारे में हम इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्टेन करना चाहते हैं किसी भी रिसर्च स्टडी को कंडक्ट करने के लिए। इसमें एग्रीगेट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स इंक्लूड किया जाता है, मींस total of the objects about which we want to obtain the information. A population can be of two kinds, finite and infinite. What is finite? In a finite population, the number of items is definite, such as number of students or teachers in a college. Infinite, on the other hand, an infinite population has infinite number of items. For example, the number of stars in the sky, number of water drops in an ocean, and number of leaves on a tree or number of hair on the head. So this is the categorization of population. What is a sample? Sample, it is a part or portion, say 10%, 20 or 25% as per the sampling method of population is called a sample, or selected or sorted units from the population is known as a sample. Or a sample is that part of the population which we select for the purpose of investigation. Or a sample is a subset of a population selected to represent the population as a whole. It is a subset of population selected to make inference about the population. सैंपल पॉपुलेशन का वह पार्ट है, वह हिस्सा है जो कि हम इन्फ्रेंसेस ड्रॉ करने के लिए सिलेक्ट करते हैं, इसमें कि हम पूरी पॉपुलेशन से इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं करते। पॉपुलेशन का वह हिस्सा जो कि उसकी जैसी सभी करेक्टरिस्टिक्स को पोजेस करता है उसको हम सिलेक्ट कर लेते हैं और उससे हम इन्फ्रेंसेस ड्रॉ करते हैं अबाउट द होल पॉपुलेशन। So in research terms, a sample is a group of people, objects or items that are taken from a larger population for the data collection and measurement. The sample should be representative of the entire population to ensure that we can generalize the findings of the research sample to the population as a whole. जब भी सैंपल सिलेक्ट किया जाता है किसी पॉपुलेशन, तो यह इंश्योर किया जाता है रिसर्चर के द्वारा कि वह सैंपल एंटायर पॉपुलेशन की करेक्टरिस्टिक्स को पोजेस करता हो। अगर हमारी पॉपुलेशन में जो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं सैंपल में वो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स होनी चाहिए, तभी हम अपने सैंपल के बेसिस पे जो हमने रिजल्ट्स ड्रॉ किए हैं उनको जनरलाइज कर सकते हैं पूरी पॉपुलेशन के लिए। It is denoted by small n. Population is denoted by capital N in statistics and sample is by small n. For example, if an investigator selects 200 students from 2000 students of a college who represent all of them, then these 200 students will be termed as a sample. Thus, a sample means some units selected out of the population which represents it. अब यहाँ पर हमने 200 स्टूडेंट्स का ग्रुप सेलेक्ट किए हैं 2000 स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ कॉलेज में से, तो वह 200 स्टूडेंट्स अगर हमने सैंपल के रूप में सिलेक्ट किए हैं तो वह पूरी पॉपुलेशन की, हमारा पॉपुलेशन का नंबर है 2000, तो उसकी सेम करेक्टरिस्टिक्स उस सैंपल में होनी चाहिए, तभी वह उसको सही रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता है और तभी हम उससे जो रिजल्ट्स डिराइव करेंगे उसको हम जनरलाइज कर सकते हैं पूरी पॉपुलेशन 2000 स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। फॉर एग्जांपल, we have taken a population of 2000 students about which we want to generalize the findings of the research. This is a population, and we have applied some sampling technique. Sampling technique is applied now by the researcher. Now a sample has been taken of 200 students, that is called as sample. That is the part of population to examine and draw the conclusion. Why sample is taken? What are the major reasons? The population of interest is usually too large to attempt to survey all of its members. कई बार पॉपुलेशन का साइज इतना ज़्यादा है कि आप पूरी पॉपुलेशन के से सैंपल से जो डेटा है वो कलेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, तो उस केस में एक स्मॉल सैंपल लिया जाता है, वह सैंपल जो कि पूरी पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करता हो. इट्स नॉट फिजिबल टू कलेक्ट द डेटा फ्रॉम द एंटायर पॉपुलेशन. इन दैट केस द सैंपल इज टेकन. A carefully chosen sample can be used to represent the population. The sample reflects the characteristics of the population from which it is drawn, and this makes the study or research easy in less time and cost. तो जहाँ पर हमारे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है, एक रिसर्चर के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है कि वह पूरी पॉपुलेशन से पूरी पॉपुलेशन से डाटा कलेक्ट कर सके, तो वहाँ पर एक स्मॉल सैंपल लिया जाता है जो कि उस पूरी पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. और वह जो सैंपल चूज किया जाता है वो इस तरह से चूज किया जाता है कि उसमें वो सेम करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हों जो कि पॉपुलेशन में है, और इससे जो रिसर्चर है उसकी रिसर्च स्टडी इजी हो जाती है. वह कम टाइम में और कम कॉस्ट में रिसर्च स्टडी कर सकता है, इसकी बजाय कि वह पूरी पॉपुलेशन से डाटा कलेक्ट करे. एक स्मॉल सैंपल से के बेसिस पे इन्फ्रेंसेस ड्रॉ किए जा सकते हैं. Characteristics of a good sample. What should be the characteristics in a good sample? It should be highly accurate, representative of the entire population. Unbiasedness means everyone, each thing has an equal chance of being selected and chosen. हर एक आइटम को जो भी उस सैंपल में इंक्लूड किया उसको पूरी पॉपुलेशन की हर एक आइटम को इक्वल चांस होना चाहिए कि वो सैंपल में इंक्लूड की जा सकती है. अनबायसनेस होनी चाहिए, बायसनेस उसमें नहीं होनी चाहिए. Easily accessible to the researcher. Low cost for collection of data. Appropriate size. Its size should be appropriate. Measurability should be able to provide the data to the researcher. Coverage. Goal orientation. Goal orientation means that sample should be according to the objective and goal of the study. Coverage means that should cover the entire population. Its coverage should be high. Means the sample which we have selected, the characteristics of the sample should be same as that of the population, means it should cover almost all the areas of the population. Like we have taken a sample of 200 students from 2000 students of a college and we want to assess their monthly expenditure, then it must cover all the sections. Like there can be students of arts, science, commerce. So its coverage should be high. Then we can say that it is a good sample. And feasibility. Feasibility means practical. हमारा सैंपल इस तरह का होना चाहिए कि हम उसको कलेक्ट कर सकें. इट्स फिजिबल फॉर द रिसर्चर टू कलेक्ट द डाटा थ्रू दैट सैंपल. And economical and cost effective. Yes, it should be economical and cost effective. Its cost should be minimum and benefit should be more. What is a sample method? There are two types of methods: census method and sample method. Firstly, we will discuss what is a sample method. Sample method is that method in which the data is collected from the sample of units, items, objects, and people, etc., selected from the population, and conclusions are drawn from them. For example, if a study is to be made regarding the monthly expenditure of 2000 students of a college, then instead of collecting information from each student of the college, if we collect information by selecting some students like 100, then this will be called sampling method. On the basis of sampling method, it is possible to study the monthly expenditure of all the students of the college. सैंपल मेथड वह मेथड है जिसमें कि डाटा पॉपुलेशन के कुछ यूनिट्स को सिलेक्ट करके कलेक्ट किया जाता है और उसके बेसिस पे कंक्लूजन ड्रॉ. जैसे कि हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया है, अगर हम एक कॉलेज की 2000 स्टूडेंट्स के मंथली एक्सपेंडिचर के रिगार्डिंग स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, तो वहाँ पर हम हर कॉलेज के हर एक स्टूडेंट से डाटा कलेक्ट ना करके, अगर हम स्टूडेंट्स का एक ग्रुप सेलेक्ट कर लें, लाइक हमने 100 या 200 का एग्जांपल लिया और उससे हम डाटा कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, और उससे हमें जो डाटा कलेक्ट किया गया और हमने जो इन्फ्रेंसेस ड्रॉन किए उसको हम जनरलाइज कर देते हैं पूरी पॉपुलेशन के लिए फॉर द होल 2000 स्टूडेंट्स, देन इट इज कॉल्ड अ सैम्पलिंग मेथड. Sampling method, it has three main stages. The first is to select a sample, second to collect information from it, and third to make inferences regarding the population. What are the merits and demerits of a sample method? Merits: saving of money. Yes, sampling method saves money because we have taken a limited number of units as a sample, and it saves the money of the researcher. Saving of time also, it takes less time, the researcher can collect the data in less time because the units that have been selected for sample are limited. इंटेंसिव स्टडी, यस, सैम्पलिंग मेथड में जो हमारे यूनिट सिलेक्ट किए हैं वो बहुत कम है, लिमिटेड हमने नंबर लिया है, इंस्टेड ऑफ कलेक्टिंग द डेटा फ्रॉम ईच एंड एवरी आइटम ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन, दैट्स व्हाई द रिसर्चर कैन डू द इंटेंसिव स्टडी अपॉन दैट. Organizational convenience, yes, sampling method is convenient to use for the researcher because the research work can be organized and executed more conveniently, more skilled and competent investigators can be appointed. More reliable results. If a sample is selected in such a manner that it represents total universe, then the results derived from it are more accurate and more reliable. More scientific. Sampling method is more scientific because the data can be inquired with other samples also. Only method. In some fields where inquiries by census method is impossible, then in such a situation, the sampling method is more appropriate. If the population is infinite or it is too widespread or of perishable nature, अगर population की जो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं वो, पॉपुलेशन हमारी ऐसी है जो इनफाइनाइट है, हम उसको काउंट ही नहीं कर सकते, या फिर वो बहुत रिमोट एरियाज में आपकी पॉपुलेशन स्प्रेड है, या पेरिशेबल नेचर की पॉपुलेशन है, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल to take a sample from each and every unit of the population, then a sampling method is used. Faster results due to less coverage. Yes. Demerits, it is less accurate because rather than making inquiry about each unit of the population, a partial inquiry or inquiry relating to some selected units are made. That's why it is less accurate as compared to the census method. Wrong conclusion. If a method of selecting a sample is not unbiased or proper caution has not been taken, then the results are definitely misleading and wrong conclusions will be drawn. Less reliable compared to the census method, there is more likelihood of the bias of the investigator. यहाँ पे biasness के chances ज़्यादा रहते हैं as compared to the census method, इसलिए इस method को less reliable consider किया जाता है. Need of specified knowledge. This is a more complex method as specialized knowledge is required to select a sample. Not suitable. All the units of the population are different from one another, then sampling method will not prove to be much useful. What is census method? Census method is that in which the information or data is collected from each and every unit of the population relating to the problem under investigation, and the conclusions are drawn on their basis. This method is called as complete enumeration method. For example, suppose some information like monthly expenditure, average height, average weight, etc. is to be collected regarding 2000 students of a college. For that purpose, if we collect data by inquiring each and every unit of the every student of the college, then this method will be called as census method. In this example, the whole college means all the 2000 students will be considered as a population, and every student as an individual will be called as the unit of the population. The population in India is conducted after every 10 years using the census method. सेंसस मेथड वह मेथड है जिसमें कि पॉपुलेशन की हर एक यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है। जो भी हमारी पॉपुलेशन अंडर इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसकी हर एक यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है। जैसे कि सैम्पलिंग मेथड में हम कुछ सिलेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट करते हैं जो कि पूरी पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करती है। इंस्टेड सेंसस मेथड में हर एक यूनिट से पॉपुलेशन की डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है और इसका एक बेस्ट एग्जांपल है सेंसस, जो कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के द्वारा पॉपुलेशन ऑफ इंडिया को कंडक्ट किया जाता है आफ्टर एवरी 10 years. That is the best example of census method. What are the merits and demerits of census method? It reliable and accurate data. Yes, through census method, reliable and accurate data is collected because the data is collected about each and every unit of the population. Extensive information, yes, because the data we are collecting about each and every unit of the population, that's why extensive information is collected. This method gives detailed information about each and every unit. For example, Indian population census does not only provide the knowledge about the number of persons, but also gives information about their age, occupation, income, education, marital status, etc. Demerits: it is more expensive. Census method is an expensive one. Heavy amount of money is needed for it as the information is collected from each unit of the population. That's why this method is used by the government mostly for very important issues like the census, etc. More time consuming. This method involves much time for collection of data. That's why, because the data is collected about each and every unit of the population, so this results in delay in making the statistical analysis. That's why it is more time consuming. More labor. This method of data collection also requires more labor. For this, the enumerators are appointed in a very large number for collecting the data. Not suitable for specific problems. This method is not suitable relating to specific problems and indefinite problems. For example, if the population is infinite or the number of items are perishable in nature or of very complex type, then the census method is not suitable in that case. Now let's have an understanding of universe, census, sampling frame and sample with the help of a conceptual diagram. There's a universe. Universe means the entire population. And census means the units of the population about which we can collect the data. Then comes the sample target population which we have selected, means we will collect the data. Universe means the whole world. Like if we want to take a if we want to take a sample about the monthly expenditure of the students, so universe means the whole group of students in a country or in world. And census means about which we can collect the data. And sample target population means which are approachable, जिनको हम अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, जो कि हम अपने टारगेट पॉपुलेशन में इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं और जो कि जिससे हम एक सैंपल लेंगे और उस सैंपल से जो रिजल्ट्स लिख लेंगे वो हम अपनी सैंपल टारगेट पॉपुलेशन के लिए जनरलाइज करेंगे. दैट इज कॉल्ड सैंपल टारगेट पॉपुलेशन. Then a sampling frame. Sampling frame means the approachable sampling units. And finally, from the sampling frame, we take out the sample. Let's understand this. There's a target population. Target population means the total population universe. Theoretical target population of interest in which the researcher wants to generalize the results of the research. टारगेट पॉपुलेशन वह पॉपुलेशन है जिसमें कि जो रिसर्चर के द्वारा सैंपल के बेसिस पे जो रिजल्ट्स आएंगे और वह उन रिजल्ट्स को जनरलाइज करना चाहता है जिस पॉपुलेशन के लिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड द थ्योरेटिकल और टारगेट पॉपुलेशन. सैम्पलिंग फ्रेम. सैम्पलिंग फ्रेम द accessible objects, part of accessible target population for study The sample can be taken from accessible target population and not from the entire target population unless the researcher has access to entire population. जैसे कि हमने दो मेथड्स डिस्कस की, एक है सैम्पलिंग मेथड, दूसरा सेंसस मेथड। सेंसस मेथड में पॉपुलेशन की हर एक यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है, जबकि सैम्पलिंग मेथड में पॉपुलेशन की हर एक यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट करने की बजाय कुछ सिलेक्टेड यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है। वह तब किया जाता है जब एक रिसर्चर टारगेट पॉपुलेशन की हर एक यूनिट को अप्रोच नहीं कर सकता, एक्सेस नहीं कर सकता। लाइक आपका जो टारगेट पॉपुलेशन है बहुत ही लार्ज है, उस केस में रिसर्चर के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं होगा कि वह हर एक यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट कर सके। तो वो क्या करता है कि एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव सैंपल लेता है और उससे उससे कुछ यूनिट से डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है, और उसके बेसिस पे जो डाटा कलेक्ट किया जाता है, जो आपने मेजरमेंट की है और इन्फ्रेंसेस ड्रॉन किए हैं, वह पूरी पॉपुलेशन के लिए जनरलाइज कर दिए जाते हैं। तो टोटल पॉपुलेशन हुई वह टारगेट पॉपुलेशन जिसके लिए एक रिसर्चर अपने रिजल्ट्स को जनरलाइज करना चाहता है। सैम्पलिंग फ्रेम एक्सेसिबल टारगेट पॉपुलेशन है स्टडी के लिए, जहां से सैंपल लिया जा सकता है, जो कि एक रिसर्चर जिसको अप्रोच कर सकता है, एक्सेस कर सकता है। दैट इज कॉल्ड द सैम्पलिंग फ्रेम। So from the target population, a sampling frame means accessible objects, like here it is 2000. Like a researcher want to study the average monthly expenditure of the students. So target population can be a different set of colleges in Haryana, like you want to study the average monthly expenditure in Haryana. So that can be a target population. And sampling frame, he has selected one or two college, and there the number of students are 2000. That is a sampling frame, means the number is 2000 जिनको एक researcher approach कर सकता है, because researcher के लिए possible नहीं है कि वो सभी colleges से data collect करे। तो जो उसकी access में है, approach में है, जिनको वह data collection के लिए use कर सकता है, that is a sampling frame. Accessible objects. Then the researcher has applied a sampling process. He has applied some sampling technique, and after applying the sampling process, he has taken an original sample that is of 200. He has taken a sample of 200 students. So original sample is units selected for a study. A sample is representative of the population from which it is selected if the characteristics of the sample approximate to the characteristics in the population. Now, after loss or no response, the final sample is 150. The researcher has selected a sample of 200 units, but it's not always possible कि हमने जो सैंपल लिया है, लाइक एक रिसर्चर ने 200 का अगर सैंपल लिया है, सभी 200 स्टूडेंट्स ने रिप्लाई कर दिया, कुछ ऐसे भी हो सकते हैं जो रिप्लाई ना करें, कोई रिस्पॉन्स ना दें, तो फाइनली हमारे पास 150 स्टूडेंट से डाटा कलेक्ट हुआ. So that is a final sample. So here response rate is 75%, means 75% of the respondents have provided the data. That is a final sample, means the actual units who have responded. So this is the terminology related to sample, target population. Sampling frame means accessible objects. Then on the basis of sampling process, a sample has been taken, that is the original sample, and final sample means the units which have responded to the researcher. Let's understand it. To whom do you want to generalize the findings of the research? What is that? That is a theoretical population. Means theoretical population जिसको आप रिजल्ट्स को जनरलाइज करना चाहते हैं, वह रिजल्ट्स जो कि आपने सैंपल के बेसिस पे ड्रॉ किए हैं. What population can you get access to? That is the study population. And how can you get access to them? That is a sampling frame. Who is in your study? That is a sample. सैंपल शुड बी हाईली एक्यूरेट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द एंटायर पॉपुलेशन. जो भी सैंपल एक रिसर्चर के द्वारा सिलेक्ट किया गया है, वह आपकी पॉपुलेशन का हाईली रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, एक्चुअल में रिप्रेजेंट करे पॉपुलेशन को. ये कैसे डिटरमाइन किया जाएगा? लाइक लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एन एग्जांपल. लाइक देयर आर 40 students in a class and their average performance is 86 by 100 say, and the researcher has taken two samples from it, and we want to decide which sample is accurately representing the population. The researcher has taken a sample. First, like their average performance is 80.2. So it is a correct sample and good enough and can represent the whole class because their average performance is matching with the average of the total 40 students. 80.2 and the average of the whole class is 86. So it is a correct sample. And he has taken another sample also of 4 students and their average performance is 62.5. So this is not a correct sample. It is a poor sample and cannot represent the whole class. The sample should be a good sample will be highly accurate representative of the entire population. Hence, a sample should be highly accurate representative of the entire population to get good research results. Now we will understand a sampling process. What is a sampling process? What are the steps which are involved in selecting a sample? The first is defining the population. The first step in the sampling process is to define the relevant population from which a sample is to be taken. The population refers to the total number of individuals in the area of study from whom the information is to be obtained. The population can also be event and workplaces, etc. That depends upon the nature of the study. A population is to be determined in the light of sampling units, dimension, time, etc. To be brief, the population constitutes the members who possess the characteristics or information required by the researcher. सबसे पहले एक रिसर्चर को डिफाइन करना होता है पॉपुलेशन को. पॉपुलेशन मीन्स टोटल नंबर ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स और द यूनिट्स जिससे कि एक रिसर्चर इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्टेन करना चाहता है और वह यूनिट्स हैं ऑब्जेक्ट्स भी हो सकती हैं ह्यूमन बीइंग्स भी हो सकते हैं जिससे कि इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट की जाएगी. Next is specifying the sampling unit. The second step would be to define the sampling unit. The sampling unit is the person, place or object about which or from whom the information is required. For example, in case of study conducted on a family budget, a household can be a sampling unit. In case of a study on preference of bike study by college students, every college going student is a sampling unit. Specifying the sampling frame. Third step in the sampling process. The third step is to determine the sampling frame. Sampling frame refers to the source list of all the members of the population from which a sample is to be taken. This source of such sampling frame may be telephone directory, trade association directory, map and other literature. If the sampling frame or the source list is not available, then the researcher needs to prepare the list, which is a difficult task. As we have already specified in the conceptual diagram, sampling frame means source list of all the members of the population from which a researcher can take a sample. That is called sampling frame. Determination of sampling size. The fourth step in sampling process involves the determination of size of the sample. The size of the sample can be determined in the context of percentage like 5% or 10% of the population. There is no hard and fast rule regarding the sample size. However, there are certain approaches to calculate the sample size and the sample size can be large as well as small. The sample size must fulfill the requirement of representativeness, reliability and flexibility. The size of the sample is influenced by nature and size of the population, nature of the respondents, time and money available, desired degree of accuracy and method of selection used. यहाँ पर रिसर्चर को सैंपल साइज डिटरमाइन करना है और सैंपल साइज डिपेंड करता है कि आप कितना आपकी पॉपुलेशन का साइज क्या है. देयर परसेंटेज कैन बी 5% और 10% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन. और सैंपल साइज के लिए कोई भी हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं बनाया गया है. कुछ अप्रोचेस कुछ मेथड्स भी हैं जिसके बेसिस पे एक रिसर्चर सैंपल साइज कैलकुलेट कर सकता है, लेकिन सैंपल साइज इतना लेना चाहिए कि वह आपकी पूरी पॉपुलेशन को रिप्रेजेंट कर सके और जो आपने रिजल्ट्स ड्रॉ किए हैं वह रिलायबल रिजल्ट्स हों. जितना ज़्यादा सैंपल साइज होता है उतने ही ज़्यादा एक्यूरेट रिजल्ट्स एक रिसर्चर को मिल सकते हैं. Specifying the sampling plan. The fifth step is to be determined. The specific sampling method is to be selected and used used in drawing a sample. The sampling method refers to the procedure of drawing a sample from the population. The sampling method may be probability and non-probability based sampling methods. The selection of the method to be used is affected by the objectives of the study, desired degree of accuracy, time and cost. स्पेसिफाइंग द सैम्पलिंग प्लान में एक रिसर्चर डिटरमाइन करता है कि किस तरह का सैम्पलिंग मेथड यूज किया जाएगा सैंपल को सिलेक्ट करने के लिए, सैंपल को ड्रॉ करने के लिए पॉपुलेशन से। डिफरेंट टाइप के सैम्पलिंग मेथड्स अवेलेबल हैं। प्रोबेबिलिटी सैम्पलिंग मेथड्स भी हो सकते हैं, नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैम्पलिंग मेथड्स भी हो सकते हैं। वी विल डिस्कस दीज मेथड्स इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेक्चर। और किस तरह का मेथड एक रिसर्चर के द्वारा सेलेक्ट किया गया, वेदर इट इज प्रोबेबिलिटी मेथड, नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी मेथड, दे आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मेथड्स इन both of these categories, that is determined by the objectives. What is the objective of the study, what type of accuracy is desired, how much time is available to the researcher. Some methods take more time, some takes less time, and what is the cost factor. So these all factors affect the selection of the sampling method. Final step in the sampling process is selecting the sample. The final step in sampling process is actual selection of the sampling elements. After the selection of sampling method is done, then the selection of sample elements is also executed. I hope you must have enjoyed this video lecture. If this video is useful for you, please like the video and share this video with your friends and subscribe my YouTube channel for more such useful videos. Thank you for watching and paying your attention.